Welcome to Long Island Stage. I'm glad you're here. Now, this is a special place. This is a studio show. So put on your headphones and you're going to hear some great studio quality music and some wonderful video shots of these great artists we have tonight. And we're going back in time. We're going back in time to the 1940s and to the really roots music of America. You know, these are great American artist material that we're going to be covering, both the bluegrass, which is certainly authentically American, and the 1940s big band sounds. If you've gotten a chance to read Ed's blog, you know that Buddy Merriam, who's well known, and he's really a great artist, and not just. I want you to pay attention to his mandolin. If you read the blog, you know that that's really special, and you'll hear more about that a little later on, when Buddy and his team, Backroads, gets interviewed by Norm Wasserman. Now, Norm is somebody who's been on the music scene a long time, runs an organization that does music events, and you'll hear more from him a little bit later. And I'm really excited that we have a new face for the 1940s sound. Isn't that crazy? A young man, Matt Hoffman, who's going to do a great set for us with some backup, and it's going to be really, really wonderful. I'm interested to hear this, and I want to get to the music, so we don't have a lot of time, so we're going to get right to it. So Buddy Merriam and Backroads, take it away.
Well, a great big howdy, friends. Here's a tune I wrote for the Native Americans out in Standing Rock.
You're tender in love, tough in a fight. I like a man who will lay down beside me, stand up to me, cry on my shoulders, crazy about me, live without me too. That's what I like about him, live my life with them. That's what I like about you.
Mighty fine, mighty fine. That was Nicole Evans doing the singing right there for you
Thank
folks
you.
on that one.
Thank you, buddy.
Standing right next to her, playing the bass and singing lead and tenor with the band for the last 7 years. From East Islip, it's Ward Clowen. And he's going to sing this next number, one he wrote. It's a true song, and he's going to sing it extra special for you. What do you call this one, Ward?
I'll always come home to you.
All right, it's a good one.
1, 2, 3.
Woke up next to someone this morning and realizing it wasn't you. Didn't know where I was, I'm not worried because I'll always come home to you. I'll always come home to you. Yes, I'll always come home to you. I didn't say when it'll happen again. I'll always come home to you. Baby, you know that I love you. We've been together for so long. I'm not always with you, I'm not always true, but I'll always come home to you. I'll always come home to you. Yes, I'll always come home to you. I can say when it'll happen again. I'll always come home to you. I'm in big trouble again. Ain't been this bad since I don't know when. Get my love on the run, I always have fun, but I'll always come home to you. I'll always come home to you. Yes, I'll always come home to you. I can say when it'll happen again. I'll always come home to you. Can say when it'll happen again. I'll always come home to you.
Always come home to you. Hey, why don't we do another one for the folks? Do you want a dear friend of mine and mandolin master Frank Wakefield wrote? He was the first live bluegrass I ever saw, and we got to back him up at the Long Island Bluegrass Festival when he played, and that was quite an honor for me to get up on stage with Frank Wakefield. We'll do one of his tunes, and Nicole's going to sing it for us, and let me tell you the names of the other fellows in the band here. Over there playing that fine, fancy 5-string fiddle is Brian Chabza from Miller Place, New York. And standing right next to him, driving that rhythm guitar, playing some hot lead tonight for me, we've been working together a long time, is Beaumont Tamchin on the guitar.
And right in the middle, the man, the reason we're here tonight, good friend of the father of bluegrass. Been on the radio for 30 years now on WUSB, WUSB.FM, 90.1 FM, and also 107.9 FM, is it?
Yeah, I guess.
Every Wednesday from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. with Bluegrass Time, my friend and yours, Mr. Buddy Merriam.
Thank you, Ward. We'll leave you with this one. Well, actually, are we going to do another one after this? Yes, sir. Okay, so we're not going to leave you with this one. We're not going anywhere. We're going to just keep on playing. Here's Nicole to sing The End of the Rainbow.
I'll reach my goal at the end of the rainbow. If the sun will shine for me once more. If time don't change my mind without you, for me there'll be no rainbow. My goal is to be with you, though you are a devil in disguise. If time don't change my mind about you, then the sun will shine for me sometime. I'll reach my goal at the end of a rainbow. If the sun will shine for me once more. If time don't change my mind about you, for me there'll be no rainbow. I'll reach my goal, maybe tomorrow. Where they say tomorrow never comes. That may be true, I just keep hoping that time will heal a broken heart. I'll reach my goal at the end of the rainbow. The sun will shine for me once more. If time don't change my mind about you, for me there'll be no rainbow. I'll reach my goal at the end of the rainbow. The sun will shine for me once more. If time don't change my mind about you, for me there'll be no rainbow. My goal at the end of the rainbow. The sun will shine for me once more. If time don't change my mind about you, for me there'll be no rainbow.
That's the end of the rainbow right there. Got time for one more number, and we're going to play you the theme song to Bluegrass Time. my weekly radio program on WUSB in Stony Brook. And we're going to get it going with that fine fiddle over there. We sure have enjoyed coming down here and playing at Brytech again and being part of the Long Island stage. And we really appreciate what everybody does to make the music happen here. Brian and everybody. So thanks for having us. And come on out and see Backroads, and we'll have some bluegrass time fun when you come out. We'll leave you with this one, Bluegrass Time.
I might have been close enough.
next time, folks.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Long Island Stage. My name is Norman Wasserman. I am the owner of Friend Entertainment USA, better known as the Music Man. Before we get started with our conversation with Buddy and his group, Backroads, I wanted to say, give out a big thank you to Johnny Mangione, Johnny Sax Mangione, and to Brian McCullough for asking me to partake in this great organization. I asked Johnny, why did you choose me? I mean, there are so many people out there that with a bigger reputation and more well-known. He says, because you're the Music Man. And if you're the Music Man, you got to go and do this. So here I am. The Music Man is here. All right, we're going to have a nice little couple of minutes and chat. You got to tell me one thing.
Sure.
Where does mandolin come to Long Island? Of all the instruments that I'm sure you play other things as well, how did you pick the mandolin, and why did you pick the mandolin?
Okay, I picked the mandolin. I was looking for something other than the guitar, because there's just a million great guitar players in the world. I was looking for something, a more obscure instrument.
Oh, you did?
Back in 1972, there wasn't a lot of mandolin players around.
Right.
And I mean, it's such a strong part of bluegrass music. And once I heard and discovered Bill Monroe, and he played the mandolin, I got one and started learning. The day I met Bill Monroe, I got struck by lightning.
Why don't we tell everybody who Bill Monroe is?
Bill Monroe, well, he was, still is as far as I'm concerned, the father of bluegrass music. In 1939, he put the Bluegrass Boys together and never looked back and just nurtured the music through his whole life. He passed away in 1996.
Well, as I grew up, and I'll tell you, I grew up in the Bronx. We aren't too many bluegrass people playing in the Bronx.
Sure.
We had our doo-wop, we had our Motown, and that's what I kind of like grew up on. But now I hear that one of you live in Miller Place, one of you is in East Side. How did you people get involved with mandolin and bluegrass? I mean, when you went to high school, you were listening to Journey and Van Halen or whatever it may be, and we're going bluegrass.
I've got started hanging out with Buddy. That's how I got into playing bluegrass, and Buddy's really been a great influence on all. I think I'm speaking for everybody. Has been a great influence on all of us. What Bill Monroe I think was to Buddy, Buddy has been to us, and teaching us the right ways to come up and play the tunes the right way, and I'm really thankful for that.
And what is your name and where do you live?
My name is Brian. I live in Miller Place.
You're the Miller Place.
And I've been playing with Buddy for probably 10 years now. Close to
And the
it.
gentleman next to you, what is your name and where do you live?
My name is Bo, and I live over in South Setauket.
Okay, so this is crazy. I love this. All right, you sir, you're the gentleman from East Islip?
I live in East Islip now. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, so I got to hear bluegrass growing up, but it wasn't until Bud and I met, I guess about a year before you hired me. And it has been an incredible experience since then. Bud's an extremely patient, but very passionate guy with his music as well, and he's written so many great tunes, and it's just a joy working with him. So.
And Linda, where do you live?
I'm Nicole.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought your name was Linda. I see Linda here. I apologize.
It's
Nicole.
okay. I live in South Setauket also, although I was born in the Bronx.
Wait, whereabouts?
I know it's Rochambeau Avenue.
Know it well.
Oh,
in
wow,
Marshall
you're the
Parkway.
first one who knew it.
Yep.
We moved to the house where I still live when I was 1, so I didn't take the accent with me. But I've always been involved in music. Theater and music comes from both sides of my family. But it wasn't until I met Buddy that I was opened up to the whole world of bluegrass. And I tell you, Buddy picks out some songs that he can hear me doing, and they wind up being these amazing, amazing things. The bluegrass music has really grown on me, like a weed.
The chemistry between, we won't discuss the weed. The chemistry,
We can now.
even though it's legal, we will just leave that one alone. The chemistry between all of you is just great. Tell us your history now. You've been in this for about 40 years.
Well, I've had the band, I started it in 1980. I worked for another gentleman, Ernie Sykes. I started working for him in 76. We traveled around the Northeast playing bluegrass festivals and concerts, and he was from Virginia, and he was the real deal. I mean, he really kept my young feet right on the ground in hardcore bluegrass when we were trying to get him to do a Beatles tune and, hey, let's grass this thing up. No, it's not bluegrass, and that's what I needed back then. And between Ernie Sykes and Bill Monroe, they kept me straightened out, and really I learned how to really play it right. I studied Bill Monroe's music for about 20 years. Really, I tried to be as close to his mandolin style as humanly possible. I mean, I really put a lot of time in, and then I'd get together with and be able to work one-on-one with him. And then he started having me out on stage with him, and I played on the Grand Ole Opry with him. And
Yeah, you've done so much stuff. I mean, we had a great conversation on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even have to take notes. I remember I said to you, you have so much going on, I could just sit here.
yeah,
You know? But you've done 7 CDs.
I have.
You have 2 books of original mandolin music. Question for you. How many mandolin players are there on Long Island?
Well, I don't know for sure. I mean, I know, I probably know a dozen, but
There are
I'm
that
sure
many?
there's more than that. But most of them don't, perform or play out. And then for a lot of them, it's like their second instrument. They play guitar or something else, and they play a little mandolin.
Did you ever have anybody play the spoons? A scrub board?
Not more than once.
I watch too many. I've watched too many cowboy movies
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you go and you get to hear that. Tell us a little bit about Bluegrass Time, your radio show.
I never dreamed I'd be doing it for 30 years. The gentleman that had been doing the show was really ready to bail out on it. I used to go on all the time as a guest, and I said to him one time, if you ever think about leaving, I might be interested. And finally he called me one night and he said, I'm pretty much
Surprise.
done. Do you want it? I'll give it a try.
What's the format of your show? Do you have live performances? Do you have
Occasionally.
play records?
Well,
Or tapes
mostly
or
CDs,
CDs?
and now a lot of it is online, quite frankly. But I play all kinds of bluegrass. I love the old hardcore, first generation bluegrass, but there's so much great bluegrass coming out now. It's a living thing. It's just not a museum piece, and people are writing great new tunes for bluegrass, and man, I'm just so happy to be a part of it and to have a great supportive band
Yeah,
like
you
I have
certainly
with me.
do.
I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Let me just ask a question about the Mandolin Heritage Association.
Yeah.
Is this an international group or is this just national?
Well, right now, all the members of the board of directors and stuff, we're all from Long Island. And I really helped start this because I've written, well, we talked about, I don't know how many, 1,500, maybe it's 2,000 compositions for the mandolin. And now that I'm getting on in my life, it's really important
I
to
know
me to
that feeling.
document this. And the only way I'm going to afford, I'm lucky, I play the mandolin, I'm lucky to live that way, but I have no money for these transcriptions. So we started this nonprofit to try to raise money to get the 200 of the tunes transcribed. But we have lots of plans for concerts and festivals and all kinds of stuff. But we're
Well, that's
just
a-
getting it off the ground now.
That's a great segue because time is running short and we got to move on. Tell us about some of your events that are coming up.
Well, things are just getting going right now.
Understood.
So I know coming up in July, we're playing at Halleckville. They have a drive-in concert kind of thing
Halleckville,
going on.
where's
there.
that?
It's out by Riverhead. It's a
Oh, okay.
Halleckville Museum
Oh,
Farm.
okay. Gotcha.
Or Farm Museum. And we played a couple dates there last year. It was a fun night. And then we have a couple dates at the Bayside Clam House, or
Clam and oyster bar. Or,
Yeah.
no, clam. Okay.
something like that. Down in, is it Bay
There you
Shore,
go.
right?
We're
No,
talking
it's
about
East
clams oregano and bluegrass. I mean, does it get any better than that?
It works for me.
We want to thank you very much for being on the show this evening, and we're going to turn it back to Brian. Brian?
Hey, that was just tremendous amount of fun. You know what I love most is that Buddy mentioned that Bill Monroe started this off in 1939, I believe. And, this is a 1940s show. It would have rolled back time. And I don't know about you, but as Buddy and Backroads are playing, I felt the warmth of just genuineness that this is Americana music, and it's great to find. And we're going to contrast that with Matt Hoffman and his trio here at this great sound of the big band sound. So this is all happening at the same time in that period. And bluegrass is growing, and a big band sound is growing, and it's kind of like what Norm had mentioned, with hey, in the heyday of things, things were going. It was bebop, and how America has really focused music and our culture throughout the world. And I'm glad that we have these precious ideas that have become real talent, real music, and here in our lives. And I'm really excited to tell you that Matt Hoffman, as I heard him, like I said before, play and sing. And, for a young man to take up a big band sound, that's refreshing. I don't know if you've listened to current music just on the regular radio. This is old music, but it's new. And right after these words from our sponsors, we're going to hear a little bit about the things that keep us rolling here. So we appreciate your support. So right after this short commercial break, you're going to hear Matt Hoffman and his trio, and it's going to be a hoot.
Walking along the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone and then you suddenly dig. You're looking in someone's eyes, you suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big. You're lunching at 21 and watching your diet, declining a Charlotte Russe, accepting a fig. When out of a clear blue sky, it's suddenly gal and guy, and this could be the start of something big. There's no controlling the unrolling of your fate, my friend. Who knows what's written in the magic book? But when a lover you discover's at the gate, my friend, invite her in without a second look. You're up in an aeroplane, or dining at Sardi's, or lying at Malibu, alone in the sand. You suddenly hear a bell, and right away you can tell that this could be the start of something. This could be the heart of something. This could be the start of something big. You're doing your income tax, or buying a toothbrush, or hurrying home because the hour is late. You're looking in someone's eyes, you suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big. You're watching the sun come up, or counting your money, or else in a dim cafe you're ordering wine. Then suddenly there she is, you wanna of something big. Thank you, everybody. How's it going, everyone? My name's Matt Hoffman. I am a vocalist from Long Island, Stony Brook. That song was This Could Be the Start of Something Big by Steve Allen. Fun fact, it was actually the theme of The Tonight Show starting in 1954. That was also the theme of our album that we came out with about a year and a half ago. It was called This Could Be the Start of Something Big. So here's another song from that album. It's called When You're Smiling. I used to worry, I used to hurry each time it started to rain. Now I see light, learned wrong from right, and you'll never hear me complain. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. But when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your sighing. Be happy again, keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world, the whole world, the whole world smiles with you. All right, how you guys doing tonight? We're doing good? Good. That was again from my album, The Start of Something Big. Came out about a year and a half ago. I was inspired to do a whole album because I participated in this competition called the Great American Songbook Competition. It was held by the Great American Songbook Foundation, and it was run by none other than Michael Feinstein. He is a world-renowned cabaret artist, and I was grateful, and I'm so grateful to have done workshops with him, and I've had the opportunity to perform with him at 54 Below, so yeah, I'm just so thankful. This is one of the songs that I got to do at the competition. It's a compilation of my romance / When I Fall in Love. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, feeling like I do. Maybe I am living in the past. But when I meet the right one, I know that I'll be true. My first love will be my last. My romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No month of May. No twinkling stars. No hideaway. No soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, nor a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing but you. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love has ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to gloom in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment that I feel that you feel that way too, nor a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. And the moment I can feel that, you feel that way too, is when I fall in love. When I fall in love. When I fall in love with you. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Oh, blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. I never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, my, how they fly. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. All right, we have time for one more. I just want to take this time to thank Johnny and Brian for this wonderful opportunity, and everyone else who's been here has been so supportive. I'm just so thankful for this opportunity, and I hope maybe we'll get to do it again sometime. I also want to take time to thank this awesome band behind me. Right behind me, I have Jeff Hoffman, who some of you might know, and playing bass, the glue of the band, Dave Brzezinski. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Up at dawn and sleepy and yawning, still the taste of wine. Then I remember you're mine, and I've got a world that's fine. What's before me? Routines that bore me. Punch the clock at 8. Then I remember you're mine, and I've got a world that's great. Atom bombs, Cape Kennedy, and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I've lived a little do until I'm holding you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We could live like kings. If you remember your mind, then I've got a world that you've got a world that we got around my finger. 'Cause you remember you're mine, and I've got a world that swings. Atom bombs, Cape Kennedy, and false alarms. Half the universe is up in arms. So I've lived a little do until I'm holding you. What's the hassle? I'll buy the castle. We can live like kings. If you remember you're mine, then I've got a world. You've got a world. He's got a world. She's got a world that swings. I've got a world that swings. You've got a world that swings. Any way you look at it, we've got a world that swings. Shibbity-bitty-bitty-doo-doo-ba-doo-do. Yeah.
Hey guys, when it comes to shooting live events, Zooms, or even podcasts, do you feel like you're stuck in a box? Well, what I want you guys to do is check out Insprint's studio at Brytech. These guys have one of the best kept secrets on all of Long Island. So if you want to make sure your event goes perfect, check this out. They have a full media tech support crew. They have all the equipment and some of the best spaces to shoot any kind of events. And I'm a PJ professional. I shoot live virtual coaching events with people tuning in all around the world. I don't want to leave that to chance. So whether you need some kind of special backdrop, let's say you want to be shooting from a conference center, let's say you want to be shooting from the beach, or you want to be shooting from a golf course, and you want to have an amazing backdrop like this to hit golf shots into, you can pretty much do anything with Brytech. So check these guys out, one of Long Island's best kept secrets. If you want your event to go perfect, this is the place to be.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Long Island Stage. Norman Wasserman over here, the Music Man, and we're here with Matt Hoffman.
Hi guys, how are you?
Let me just say, and I limited it down to one word. I was thinking about what the word is I could use about your performance tonight. Let's try this one.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you. Thank
I'll
you
say
so
it
much.
twice.
Thank you.
You are beyond your year. You're 22?
Yeah, I'm 22 years old.
Scary. Really
Thank
scary.
you. Thank you.
That's your pops, right?
That is my pops
Guilty.
right there.
Okay, and is that your cousin, uncle? Who's that?
I wish.
And what
I
is
wish I
his,
got to
what
see
is that
Dave more
gentleman's
often.
name?
His name is Dave Grzinski. He
Hiya,
is,
Dave.
Hiya.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice,
Nice
to,
to meet
nice
you.
to say hello
Thank
to you.
you.
Dave is the glue.
He's the glue?
He's the
All
glue.
right, well,
Yeah.
the glue's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The glue's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Tell us about you've done so many different things at such an early age. Let's talk about the fact that you made a song in your album that you have. What's the name of the album?
The start of something big.
Start of Something Big. You've
Correct.
done some crazy songs like I Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Tell us about the response to that particular song.
So yeah, basically, when we came up with the EP about a year and a half ago, we released it, and "Can't Take My Eyes Off You" was just supposed to be like a bonus track for donators.
I mean, that's the same I Can't Take My Eyes Off You
right,
like
Frankie Valli.
for Frankie Valli, right?
Right, and so we loved it so much that we were like, you know what? Let's just put it in the album. Who, you know?
Did you make your own version of it?
Right. Yeah, my cousin created his own. I recorded it with basically the same tracks as Frankie Valli, but he created his own tracks. He basically played every single instrument. And so
How many instruments were on the cut?
Oh, I mean, like
I would say he played piano, bass, drums, guitar, and he played practically everything that's on the song, and he also produced it. He's a record producer.
Right.
How long did it take to make this album? If he did all that work on one song, which look, we all know, well, some of us know what it takes to make an album. You know, let alone made a record, let alone an album. How long was the process?
Yeah, so we got the charts around like September-ish. We had my cousin's roommate Trevor Modica. He wrote the charts himself. He wrote the charts from like September to October, and then from about that time till about May, we would go through the recording process, and then once we got through the recording process, it became the editing process. So I would say about September to May. That's how long it
about
took.
6 months.
Yeah.
To go and do it.
Yeah.
When did you start singing? When did you decide that? You know, most kids, younger kids are playing baseball, little league, soccer. You know, you grew up. You said Stony Brook, Smithtown.
Yeah, Stony Brook.
Right.
Yeah,
They're big on soccer in Stony
Yeah,
Brook.
right.
Did you play?
And lacrosse.
Did you have sports,
I
or did you
played-
sing?
Right. I growing up until I was about like 8 or 9, I would play like little league and all that kind of stuff. But I used to go to his rehearsals because he teaches in middle school, and I would go up to him after every single rehearsal and be like, "I want to do that. I want to do that." And he'd be like, "I got it." And so he took me to take classes at Gateway Playhouse, and I took classes for about like 3 years. And after 1 year, I did an audition for a show. I got into Beauty and the Beast main stage at 10 years old, and it was the first thing I ever did. He musical directed it. My mom played in it. I mean, it was.
Did you play the drums?
That's kind of what I.
He should have.
I should have.
Just
Oddly percussive. And ever since then, it's just been nonstop on the grind. After learning how to sing, we would take acting classes and dancing classes, all to go to school for musical theater.
You know, it's all worthwhile because when you sing, you act. There is theater in you. It's just not somebody singing a song.
Thank you.
There is actual theater in you, and all the
Thank
yabba dabba doos and all that. We just got to get you a glass of Jack Daniels or
That's
something,
what I'm saying, yeah.
and put you on the stage with something like that.
I'll never turn down a glass of Jack. I'll tell you.
You know,
that.
one of the songs you sang, it's my era of music. Towards was the beginning of me getting into music. The songs that you sing. One of your songs that you sang was the theme. They had a couple of them on the Jerry Lewis telethon. When you're smiling.
Yeah.
He would always, like towards the end of the show, if you remember, God bless him, he did some wonderful things, Jerry, in raising all that money. But that hit me right away.
Oh, good.
Tell us a little bit about the Feinstein stuff.
Yeah.
Because you did mention it, but you've done a lot more regarding Feinstein. You even won a bonus. Tell everybody about the bonus and everything.
Yeah, so basically in this competition, I participated in it for 3 years. The first 2 years, I didn't make top 10, but then the last year, I ended up making top 10 in my senior year and ended up coming out with the Celebration Award.
What is the Celebration Award? What
So
does that mean?
they don't want to do first place, second place, third place, which
Okay.
makes total sense. It's third place, but it's not really. Okay, so it's celebration. It's the Celebration Award. It's one of the awards they give out.
Okay, I'm sorry,
and
I
so-
didn't want to say third.
Oh, no, that's
I didn't
okay.
know it was third place.
So basically, the rewards that I got from that was I was given the opportunity to perform a song or two at one of Michael's cabaret shows at 54 Below. I went in, my friends and family came, and it was so surreal just being up on stage, being introduced by Michael Feinstein, and getting to sing in front
Tell
of a
us
crowd.
about him.
He's exactly who you think he is. He's so down to earth. He is all about preserving the Great American Songbook. That's the mission of the Great American Songbook Foundation, and they gave me. They told everyone that was a part of this foundation, your mission is to preserve the Great American Songbook.
Okay, so stop right there.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the foundation and what kind of involvement you may have in that foundation.
Yeah, so basically my whole thing that I'm supposed to be doing is doing as many concerts as possible with as many Great American Songbook tunes as possible. Basically spreading the message of this music is still alive. Michael sometimes even argues that tunes by Billy Joel are considered Great American Songbook. So it's like, you can continue
Is that
writing Great
because of the
American
number
Songbook.
of years? when
Yes,
Billy
yeah.
first
Yeah.
got started?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty
absolutely.
much. Yeah, that's basically it. And you know, it's a lot larger of a spectrum than you expect it to be. You know, some students came in singing tunes that you wouldn't even expect. You know, Frank Sinatra to sing, and then they would be like, no, like that makes total sense. It sounds like a Great American Songbook tune, and it doesn't have to be reserved to just the Rat Pack. It can be anything. So
Dad,
it's-
how proud of him are
Oh,
you?
I can't. We don't have enough time for.
What
it.
is your history? Tell us how you figure in, besides playing the piano. What's your background?
Well, I've been a professional musical director for almost 40 years now, and working in theaters all over Long Island. My home right
Were you
now is
stage director?
I've been a stage director, a musical director, and I've acted.
Whoa.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be acting again for the first time in 6 years this summer, starring opposite my son in The
what play?
Fantastics.
In the Fantastics. Nice.
In July at Theater 3 in Port Jeff.
Is that a plug?
It is an official plug.
A shameless plug.
A shameless plug, exactly.
Is the glue with you on that
the
show?
glue,
wish.
I wish we could have the glue, but the glue is going to stay home, I think, for this one. You
But
know,
Jeff
he's
and I
gonna-
have been working in the theaters for over 30 years
Yeah.
together.
Is that your full-time employment now also? Because I know that Jeff is a school teacher. All right, what is your history?
I'm a manager of a music store right now.
A music store.
But I've been playing in different groups
Kinda
and
like makes
bands
sense.
for over 30 years.
How long? What type of music have you played in your career?
Everything, jazz, rock, funk, blues, and theater.
What was your favorite?
Oh, jazz, I would say.
Jazz was it?
Yeah.
How come you didn't just say the stuff we were doing up there? That should be your favorite.
That
This
is
clock, this clock is ticking, and I
Yes.
don't want to say we're going to have to come to an end, but
Yes.
it's at that time. But I want to know, how does the public reach you? If you
Yeah.
want to get a hold of you, if somebody wants to talk to you about, maybe there's a producer. You never know who's listening on the show. Maybe there's somebody out there that says, this kid's got it, and I want to get a hold of him. How do they do that?
Yeah, sure. So you can reach me at hoffmanjmatthew@gmail.com. Again, that's hoffmanjmatthew@gmail.com. Or if you want to look at my website, I have hoffmanjmatthew.net. Again, that's hoffmanjmatthew.net. Yeah, you can reach
How
out
about
to
a
me
phone
on...
number? You have a phone number you want to give out? Or is that private?
I would...
Okay,
yeah, if
good.
they-
We
if they
skip
need to get
over
my
that.
phone number,
Do you
they'll
have
email
any
me.
events coming up? Anything coming up?
So I have the Fantastics coming up.
Fantastic, anything
That
else?
starts in July, and it's going to go till about mid-August. And I mean, you know, any other events I can think of, you were telling me in the green room, if you want to
I didn't
do a
say
gig
What did I
together.
say?
You want to do a gig together in the
Oh,
green
did
room?
I say that I
Oh,
would like
did I?
maybe to talk to you about doing a show?
Yeah,
I did.
maybe a
So
little
we're going to
bit.
make sure that we talk.
Okay, we'll
Mm.
All
talk.
right, you guys did great. I thank you so
Thank you.
much for being
Yeah,
on the
no
show
thank you so
tonight.
much, Norman.
You really brought something to it. And Dad, you'd be very proud of Mr. Glue. You're the man. All right, back to Brian.
Hey, folks, that was wonderful. Thank you for coming back in time with us. You know, every week that we do this show, it has a different flavor. And this particular week, you know, I was wondering, I said, you know, these are older tunes, and, you know, is it really going to pop? But I can tell you the energy backstage has been just as exciting as it is when the place is making a lot of newer music. So this is still relevant. And, you know, Matt's talking about the Great American Songbook. Well, hey, Long Island's a big part of that. I know it is, because look at some of the history that's come out of Long Island. You know, Long Island, we talk about Long Island, but the entire island, so from Queens to Montauk. That particular area, if you look at some of the culture that has happened right here in our soil, and being able to celebrate that with everybody is really, really wonderful. So how can you help this mission to preserve our history in music right here in Long Island, and to celebrate the new artists today that are making those new sounds? You can do that by supporting the stage, and there's a couple of ways you can do that real simply. You can buy yourself a Fathom Long Island Stage t-shirt or sweatshirt. You can get the Fathom clothing right from our website, longislandstage.com. The goal of this is certainly to primarily promote those artists who have, for a year, not been able to get that sound out. Not only for them, but also for us. We need to hear those great sounds, and we need to be moved by this great cultural part of our lives. It is also to support Ramona's Gift to Music, this wonderful charity that puts instruments and puts resources in the hands of tomorrow's artists who are going to carry this songbook, the songbook of our lives, forward. Great to have a 22-year-old person here playing today, and that was really wonderful. We had a 17-year-old play last week. It was just wonderful, the week before last, I should say. And it's great to see that people are picking up and really devoting themselves to this art. I'd like to give a shout out, if you can. It'd be 1940s. I don't know if they did shout outs in 1940s, but to Compel CEOs, which is one of our sponsors, who's done a great thing. You'll hear a little bit about them before we leave, and we'd like to encourage you to tune in to next week's show, and be sure that you share Long Island Stage. Whether you're watching on iStudios.tv, which is the best place to watch because that's the Studio Direct feed, and we know that that's really popular, or if you decided to watch on Facebook or YouTube, we don't care. We just want you to share this great music. Share Buddy's music and Backroads. Share Matt and his dad and his support team, and get that music, that great 1940s sound from Long Island Stage out there. We appreciate your time and your attention. Thank you, and have a great day. We'll see you next week.
Hi, I'm Jamie Ramarini, and I proudly run Compel CEOs side by side with my father. We are a membership organization supporting business owners and executives on Long Island. Instead of telling you about our organization, I'll let you hear from some of our members on their success as a business owner.
Compel has given me access to an incredible group of business owners and professionals who listen and really care about the success of my business.
Compel has helped me grow myself and in turn helped me grow my business. I've been able to sell my business twice to private equity, and it continues to do well.
My Compel family gave me the wisdom, education, and encouragement, the strength and everything else to keep going.
If you know or are a small business owner or executive, give us a call.
Every night I lie awake, watching clocks and counting days, wishing I was with you already. I don't know how long I'll last. If I don't get to you and fast, I think I might just break my heart. It's so heavy. Don't know when or how or where, but I'll be coming through. So expect me soon. I will run or drive or fly, whatever I have to do to get to you. I'll get